Hey, what is going on everybody, and welcome to Fantasia for today. We're going to be jumping into another session of Epic 7L today. Got some more RTA for you guys. Now as you can see, we're going to be doing some backseat battling. Now I'm going to be joined by Lucina Fanboy, who organized this event and is going to be co-hosting with me during the matches. Now if you're unfamiliar with how Fantasia wheel mock battles work, the wheel, there's actually two of them, determines one, the match condition, and the second one is actually there to determine a punishment for the winner of the previous match. This is to help balance out some of the disparities between gear, between game knowledge, or between unit pools that are available between everyone that's participating. You'll get a better idea of what I mean by this by watching the video as I explain all of the conditions before the matches start. But if you want to join in on any future mock battles or events on my Discord server, link to it will be in the description and in the pinned comments down below. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the matches.
Yep. And we shall go ahead and begin. I don't have sound, I should probably turn on sound. Give me 1 second.
Alright, so Edia versus 10th?
10.
Okay.
Yep. So this is a little cup, right? I think it really depends on how many dupes you're lucky to pull, to be honest.
Oh boy, okay. We're seeing actual bans come out, even though it's a little cup. I mean...
No, those make sense. S10A and Zeo tend to be very oppressive in this meta. Just because S10A is literally unhittable, Zeo just always takes turn 1 in this format.
I mean, assuming that people have him and they're not built. Oh my god, Idia, why do you not have their Bologna built?
No, he pulled 3. He pulled 3.
Interesting.
This is one of his dupes.
Interesting.
Oh my lord. Wait,
okay.
This is terrifying.
Well, we see Bologna, we see Kairon, ML Ken coming out. Okay.
Wait. Oh my god, this is terrifying. Wait.
Oh, I
Fire
see.
Aura coming.
And Fire Araminta. Now, the ML Ken is interesting because when you're fighting with Little Cup, ML Ken has to get crit, right, to counter. But Little Cup units won't really be critting. However, Bologna there guarantees crits. So it's a nice little counter pick into her. Very clever picks on both sides. Very, I'd say, wow. This is the first time I think I've seen, what's her name, Shuna, drafted?
I think about actually been on 10th here, just even before the post bans come out. I'm pretty sure 10th's core of Prosa ML Ken's 1v4 this.
Well, I don't know. ML Ken's got to get pretty lucky to get crit here and there. We'll see.
He would take you first turn.
Tayu's pretty fast. Mui's fast too. Ooh.
But the Trozette cuts. There's the counter.
Look at that damage. Trozette getting the counter. He's pushing himself up. It's actually pretty big. Now, Trozette doesn't have the CR push in his kit. That's part of his EE. So he's only able to give a defense buff to the ML Ken.
But that's actually very beneficial here.
It's a very beneficial, yes. Mui stunning the Charles. Okay, will this be able to strip? Oh, it does strip the defense buff, but ML Ken does counter. He has no sustain too, we have to keep that in mind. So it's a race of whether or not Idia can get rid of this ML Ken, or if this ML Ken, you know, is gonna survive. Oh, but we're gonna see.
S3 though.
Oh, I think that's gonna be enough. Yeah, down goes the ML Ken. And Charles, I mean, without any counter set, without any Elbrus or anything like that, we start to see that, yeah, it's gonna be very difficult for, Tenth to win here.
Yeah, this is over. Thea taking the first game of today, and I am going to be taking a shot at something. Oh no.
Wow, very nice. Well played.
Alright, cool. Let us go ahead and begin.
Alright, round number 2. So, active punishment for Edia is no ML5s. Match condition is S1 only, which means on their turn, each player can only use their S1. Passives don't count, so if you have a unit like SSB or something like that and they can counter, that does not count as violating the condition. So it's going to be very interesting to see what units come out. I mean, many units now have passives in their kit. Oh, speaking of passives. Speaking of passives, probably one of the most oppressive passives in the game, we have Bellion getting snatched up by idol YouTuber.
I gotta say, that's a very gross Rowana pre-ban too. Into the Bellion first pick.
That is a very disgusting Rowana pre-ban into the Bellion. Wow. That is
how does Adia deal with this?
No ML5, so the Great Mortelix coming out. That is a fantastic pick. Being able to have some injury in his S3, albeit not a lot, but defense break in his kit. Able to buff himself with speed buff, anti-crit buff for the team. This is a really good source of utility.
And there's a shoe coming out too. We know how oppressive this can be, even without the S3 Elbrus.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that shoe has the ability to go S1 into the S2, so technically the player's actively only using one skill, but there's two attached to it, so it's pretty nice. We see Archdemon coming out as well with the same concept, right? With the S1 having a follow-up attack. This is kind of disgusting though, seeing that the Rowana was pre-banned just for this to happen.
Hey, also note, this format's really interesting. Because think about where the majority of cleansing is in this format. It's literally locked to Elena. I don't think any other character outside like Destina S1E actually is able to cleanse. So if you really want to abuse this, you could actually just draft like debuffers.
That is very true. Ooh, Kizuna Ai! Hey! I really like this pick. Kizuna has actually some utility in her S1 to help support the team. It's quite nice. Charlotte there with the S1. Also pretty good for the AoE.
Kizuna cleanses on, that's why I forgot about that.
Okay, Ellen is being snatched up on the right side, and we have an Arwell as well. Now, she can't stun anything, but she's going to be a constant source of the escort buff, and also has strips in her kit, so it's pretty nice. I will say, when you're doing S1s only, you really have to keep in mind not just the amount of damage that you have, but what utility is tied into your S1 skill, right? We see Alencia here. She has the utility of defense break, but she also has follow-up attack, and she has injury in her kit. So a fantastic pick there. We also see Violet getting picked out.
I'm probably going to be bidding on Adia here. I'm assuming that it was a very fast post-ban. I'm assuming he's thinking along the same lines as I am. I'm going to wait until Idol actually puts his post-ban in before I comment any further.
Okay, I see. I think, ooh, Elena getting banned out. So is the Violet. Doesn't want to deal with having that Violet counter with all the Bellion and the, her AoEs, right? This is unavoidable.
So interestingly enough, I think it had to be an Elena or an ADS force ban here on the Adia's side, but let's see if they're able to overcome the ADS's debuffs, because this is gonna be a little bit difficult.
Yeah, I mean the Elena would be. The Elena's good because the Charlotte was picked. Pretty decent to counteract that AoE that's there. Okay, we see Archdemon taking the first turn. Now all these units are fully built, and we don't see a seal coming out. Okay,
that's
Charlotte
very bad.
Yeah, Charlotte's gonna grab those buffs immediately. Defense and attack buff. She's gonna be pretty good into the Bellion and into the Alencia here.
Oh no, the dual attack though into the defense break, but there's a counter.
There is a counter, but the Alencia does have immunity. Shu's gonna counter too, gonna floosh. Oh, there goes most of Arcdemon's health. She's going to follow up.
No lines on the Charlotte. That's crazy.
And still, the Alencia going in for even more damage. This Shu looks like she's gonna be taken out really early. Wow, that cascade of events from the dual attacks to the counters in response. Absolutely disgusting here. Right, so Kizuna, proccing another Archdemon counter. Thankfully, no additional follow-up there.
Oh my gosh, that damage out of Charlotte though.
That little bit of health on the Archdemon. That's going to be unfortunate because now Mort has to use his turn to take out this Archdemon, whereas before he would have been able to comfortably hit somebody else. Oh, is that Kizuna on counter?
Yes, Kizuna is on counter.
That
it's
is
also
beautiful.
notable. Bellion is not an injury, so this Mort is going to have a field day.
Well, he's gonna have a field day up until his health gets a little too low. Kizuna does heal the ally with the lowest health at the end of her turn, but it isn't a huge heal. She is on Warhorn though. Oh, this Charlotte. The attack down is pretty good. No defense break onto the Mort, but we do see some injury coming in with the Alencia's follow-up attacks there. That's definitely an injury Alencia. Right, Mort is going to go in. No defense break on the Alencia, but we do see the anti-crit buff coming out here, which is gonna be very nice because we see Charlotte's inching up closer and closer.
I mean, the Mort was a very good pick here, actually. Just always having that chance to give Charlotte that extra buff really does matter here.
Ooh, but unfortunately, that buff was stripped, and even though there's Symbol of Unity there, Charlotte misses. Mort's defense broke in. There's no crits twice in a row, but still, he's not able to survive. Now it's really just Charlotte versus the world, and Charlotte has a bit of sustain if she's built on lifesteal here to hopefully deal a bunch of damage into that Bellion. She is going to self-heal a little bit because that is a fair part of her kit.
Charlotte is guaranteed a buff here though, so I can easily see the S3 just killing everything even through a miss.
Well, there is no S3, it's just an S1.
Oh right, it's S1 only, I forgot about that. No counters out of this
Oh my god.
Insane.
And Charlotte, even without the buff, able to finish off Idol YouTuber.
Okay. Medea with the second victory in a row. That's very well done for Medea. We shall go ahead and begin.
Alright, so here comes the third match. Active punishments for Edea is that they're not allowed to use ML5s, and they have a one-turn redirected provoke. Now that means that the Phantom gets to choose which unit has the highest HP on his team, relay that information to Edea, and any units that Edea has that doesn't have immunity will have to use their first turn S1ing that unit. So it is going to be very interesting, especially because the match condition is lose to win. We've seen this before, but losing to win is actually a bit more tricky than you would think, because all the units must be fully built and fully awakened. Alright, Idiot goes with a Zeo pick, but that is an ML5, so that is an issue.
Thank you, don't worry, that's just a warning. Try that again. That was pretty fast. So remember, the goal is lose to win.
Alright, so starting up again.
Yeah, let's try it again.
Starting up again. Let's see if we can get through this.
Absolutely. So essentially, the general strategy behind this match condition is you want to pick squishy units that do as little as possible. Obviously it's difficult because you are using built units, but they're generally units that tend to die a lot faster than others.
Yeah, and there are units that fall under that category. Most units are either, if they're built squishy, they tend to be a DPS of some sort, and if they lack damage, then they also tend to be a bit bulkier because they're a support unit. But we do see some units can fall under that little niche little category. We see Jenna getting picked out, so debuffers probably going to be fairly common here, because we'll see that they tend to have lower health because they exchange that for speed and effectiveness, and they also deal very little damage with their skills. So we see Winter, we see Coley coming out. Wow, regular Coley. It's pretty nice. You rarely ever see her anywhere in the game. Okay, Phantom's gonna be going for Kisei. Okay.
Very interesting here. So here's the big thing, right? Idea is forced to S1 with this one-turn redirect provoke active punishment. It doesn't matter. I think in general you want to be S1ing as much as possible here, right? Because you want to die first.
That is true. So having units that can potentially... wow, Sharoon getting picked out. Having units that kind of have non-attack skills could also be beneficial. You use up a turn, right? But most non-attack skills provide some sort of benefit for your team, and you kind of want less of those under these match conditions.
Yeah, to be fair, I don't think many people think about trying to lose, so...
Yeah, it is definitely very difficult to deal with. Now, Rimuru there. Quite an interesting pick.
Yeah.
Along with the A Momo, we see Lua on the left side. Okay, I can get behind that, although I will say with Sharoon and Lua, you have a lot of damage over time that can inadvertently lead to your opponent losing first.
Well, not necessarily. You are allowed to self-grief your skill usage. I will mention that.
You are,
you
but...
don't have to press S3s.
No, yeah, for sure, but, you know, Sharoon...
Yeah, that's true.
Sharoon still, you know, has debuffs in her kit. FCC, oh my gosh, wait, FCC getting picked out. That's a little... FCC with Momo's a little strange now. I have to question that a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to have mitigation when you're trying to lose.
But alright, Politis also coming out on the left side. Kind of a squishier unit. Tends to have more DPS though. Ooh, Jenna getting banned. Sharoon also getting kicked out of this match here.
Okay, so I'm assuming the FCC has the highest HP, so I'm pretty sure Adia has to S1 into the FCC.
Yep, any units that don't have... Oh! Any units that don't have immunity must S1 the FCC because of the redirected provoke condition. Rimuru, though, helping deal some damage to that Winter. Quite nice. But that FCC getting defense broken. Ooh, wait, is he gonna take out... Oh my gosh, the Coley almost getting taken out by that Kisei. Really high damage. Okay, Politis also had to attack the FCC there. Coley is just really slow, it seems. She definitely is built because you can see the Kisei wasn't able to just one-tap her immediately. So she definitely has gear. She's just on the very slow side.
Yeah, I actually don't know how the Momo might not die. Oh, wait, oh, the Coley might not have boots. Oh, is that DQ?
It might just be.
I mean, that's really low HP.
That's...
Is that possible? Is that... That's very sus.
That is very low HP.
I think we'll still let the match go on, regardless, but... It might be defense percent boots, that might be true.
Might be defense percent? Could be.
I don't know. We'll see. Kisei S1 into Lua, that's about expected.
Yeah,
that's
the
a DPS
Kisei
volley.
has a ton of damage.
Oh yeah, the Kisei definitely has damage, but that's also really low HP Coley.
Oh no, I'm just saying Kisei has too much damage in general. Because with Momo and with FCC there, it's gonna be really difficult right? It's gonna be really difficult to lose when you have that much mitigation, especially if you put up a skill nullifier on the team.
I think that was a timeout. Yeah, although, I mean, the Momo could just S2 to proc the poly over and over, but we sort of lost that angle now. Yeah, I think Adia definitely had the right idea here with this draft. Just primarily focusing on squishier DPS characters.
Okay, wow, defense break onto the Rimuru too.
Thank God it wasn't like last time. Remember last time when we did this back in December? This was that was a stall fest for sure. So this is a nice change of pace. Analyze this. That's coming out of the Rimuru. Hitting the oh my gosh, hitting the winter.
I mean, I think regardless here, Idia's draft would have gone down first, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think what would you like to do as I'll let you be the judge of this.
Oh, why am I making the judge of this?
You want me to be the judge of this? I think honestly, I'm pretty sure Idea will have won this regardless. So I'll give Idea the victory here. All right, guess both of you guys are ready. I will keep keeping the active count.
Okay, we have Idia versus Is That So? The match condition here is that in total, in their draft, they can only have 20 natural levels max. So it's a combination of natural 3, 4, and 5-star units. Can be anywhere 20 and under. Idia has the same 2 punishments from the last match, no ML5s and 1-turn redirect provoke because he got lucky and the wheel rolled that there was no additional punishment. Okay, so we got, ooh, pretty interesting bans coming out on both sides. ML Calric, you love to see it. Keep that mediator ban, guys.
A little bit surprised by that. Oh, Arrowwell's a very high value pick right now. And the Dark Axe and Batiste.
Oh! Okay, Batiste. I've never seen Batiste used anywhere, but this is really hype. We have Axe God coming out too. Into the Arrowwell. Okay, those are really fast, confident picks too. This is gonna be an exciting match. But I will say, specialty change units are very high value because they have extremely loaded kits while also being very low in terms of the total star count towards your team.
Yes, Lighten as well, counting in that Adia and Is That So both at 6. They do have flexibility for 1 Nat 4 and 2 Nat 5s right now, if they wish. Wanda coming out.
Oh,
that's
this is
9
like
levels on Adia's side.
Bunch of 3-stars here.
And this is gonna be an SC showcase.
So Idia, you know, saying, hey, I can't use any ML5s, but ML 3-stars, they're on the table.
RCC coming out on Is That So side, so he's at 11. And there's the Hawk. You only have 4 levels left, Is That So?
Oh, but we also have to keep in mind that there's the 1-turn redirect provoke on Idia's side, so anything without immunity is going to be wasting their first turn.
Arya coming out. Adia can draft literally any rarity, and there's the Millum coming out.
Okay, very nice.
Now, Is That So can only draft up to a Nat 4.
Yep, so 3-star, 4-star here for Is That So? But I love to see that Fire Cecilia right there. I'm really curious as to what Batiste does, because I'll be honest, I really don't know what is in his kit.
I'm gonna be honest, I completely forgot to. But it'll be okay.
It'll be okay, well, it's a learning experience. 2 seconds left. Oh, we got Jenna getting picked out, okay. That's actually not too bad of a pick. We'll see what happens, though.
Ban instantly coming out of Adia's side. I think I'm gonna bet on Is That So here, just because I want to see it. I want to see this.
I really want to see this Axe God and Batiste do something here. It's gonna be very exciting. Zaha getting taken out, Aiden getting taken out. Seems appropriate here. Those two are probably the strongest ones on the table in terms of raw damage output. Okay, so Jenna gets to go. Now, which unit is the highest HP? I'm assuming is the Fire Cecilia.
Yeah, I would assume it's Fire Cecilia as well.
So any unit on Idia's side that doesn't have immunity must use their first turn S1ing that Fire Cecilia. Alright, look at that though. Pushing back the opponent's team. Fire Cecilia going for the debuffs. Got the attack down. Wow, look at that. No cleansers on Idia's side. It's gonna be quite tough.
That's some crazy effectiveness on this SO.
Oh, Batiste has a really nice animation, I gotta say.
Look at that injury. Oh my gosh.
And he has injury too. Alright, here he comes.
Oh,
that is a lot of damage. Is the old Axe God back? Oh my god. I mean, given, yes, his ideal conditions, there's, you know, a defense break and everything, but wow, that's insane. Okay, so everyone's using their turns to S1 that Fire Cecilia. Jenna's taking her second turn here.
And watch this Jenna just cycle.
Yeah, this
also
Jenna's
just shove
cycling.
back. S3 coming out of Cecilia.
Oh, this is going to be very dangerous here, because not only does it give immunity to the right side, it's an AoE provoke. Alright, let's see what Batiste is able to do here.
Yep, going after the Milim, which makes sense. They need to kill the Milim before the Milim is able to S3.
Okay. Wow, that Batiste, wow, taking out pretty much everyone with that AoE there. Axe God! Are we actually gonna see this? That is absolutely insane!
Taking out Atia, Axe God!
Axe God and Batiste, what a duo!
Oh my gosh! Snapping Adia's streak of 3 wins. Very, very well done. Oh my god.
Alright guys, that is gonna do it for today's video. Now if you like what you saw and you want to see more, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more Epic 7 content. And as always, take care.